Alright, we're doing something a little different here, guys. We're going to be doing an unboxing. And what that unboxing is, this wonderful product that is supposed to rival the StewMac Fret Slotting Jig. I obtained this for under $90 and it was shipped to me within 4 business days. Anyways, let's see what we get. I need to sharpen this knife. Well, we got some shit that's bubble wrapped, some more shit that's bubble wrapped, more shit that's bubble wrapped, and some instructions. We are sorry for the inconvenience. That doesn't bother me. I consider myself a professional instruction reader. That's what I do for a living. Alright, let's put this cocksucker together. So this looks like the base plate, and it is 0.39 inches. Yeah, so it's about 0.39 inches. Alright, so there's our base plate. Some roller things. Alright, so this is what we're kind of aiming for. And we're going to put it together. You bitch. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm using my workbench as a reference plane so that the way this goes on straight. So that's in. And I'm going to do the other side too because these aren't supposed to adjust. After I put all these in, I'm going to have to do a lot of fine tuning. And the rest of these I'm just going to install nice and loosey-goosey. Okay, so these are definitely going to be loosey-goosey because they'll need to be adjusted. So this is looking respectable. So I guess we could mount this to our bench if we really wanted to. But one thing I'm definitely noticing different in terms of the product is the StewMac has a little clamp thing. And I'm not going to try fretting one of my good fretboards yet, but I just want to see how this all looks. Because allegedly, we might be able to use... No, we can't. Oh, isn't that shitty? That would have been nice. That was actually one of my hopes. So we actually need a StewMac thing that has the little tracking bit. So you can see here. But what we could do is we could go through and take a piece of fretboard, or not a piece of fretboard, but a fretboard, and put some fret marks on it and try this thing out. Alright, so I got some rosewood here from Treehouse Hardwood, and this isn't exactly, well, you know what, we could actually probably make do with this as a fretboard. So you know what, this is my ugliest one, but we're going to turn this into a legitimate fretboard. So first things first, let's get our shit set up. Get this thing marked. I'm just going to mark this with a grease pen. So this is well, it doesn't look like my pen tip is going to work here. So we're going to go use, how about we scribe it? So this is a 25-inch scale, PRS style. Well, that seems satisfactory. Let's see if we can pull this off. And you know what? I'll try screwing this down to my workbench. Alright, so we have this set to the bench using a piece of Angelique underneath here that I've screwed this to. And I'm using the bench vise to hold it in place. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to be setting the depth of everything and setting up our cut. So as you can see here, we can actually have this so that the rollers act as a depth stop. with the saw. So let's go ahead and lower these down, because I actually want to make some really deep cuts in this, because there's going to be a lot of surface work that's going to need to be done, which I just didn't want to do, because again, this is just a test. And now what we're going to do is we're going to lock ourselves into position. If I can find a goddamn wrench. Okay. So I think what we need to do first when we're setting this up is get it configured to our saw's width. And actually, let me just pull old Betty out and take off all this electrical tape. Or not electrical tape, but painter's tape. Okay. Alright, so let's check out the quality of this cut. So I made a mistake, and I think I know how I did it. Right? So you see how this is not a exactly perfect cut? And I think that's because I was riding up against the little nibber right here. I don't know, guys. I mean, this is proven to be a little weird with the cuts, but I think what I need to do is spend some time with this and figure out how it all works. Because frankly, this has given me the results that I want, but I need to be better with using the tool to see it to its full potential. So my initial thoughts, this is great. This is something I've really, really desperately needed. And it is about perfect for what I need. What do I think could be better? Workpiece holding. I can devise some type of way to do better workpiece holding. And I think that a lot of that just relies on me maybe moving this back on my bench vise down here some. And you know, maybe if the piece of wood right here was wider, I could basically get it flush up against the edge of my bench so that I could come at it with clamps. But there's no support beyond where this comes in to ride. So I'd have to be using either some really, really huge clamps like this, which don't seem to really seem like they're gonna fit the bill for when, yeah, they're having a hard time getting in there, and I don't think that feels all that good. So maybe, but then again, these are shitty clamps. Maybe some C clamps, G clamps, F clamps, D's nuts clamps probably work out really good. So I think that this is worth the $80, $89 that I spent for it. It actually is really solid, so I give it that. Some of the places we could probably improve, though, it looks like this is actually a little loose because somebody didn't tighten this when we were putting it together. I gotta experiment with this thing a little bit, guys. Yeah, I kind of like this. I think that this is actually pretty solid considering its price point. And I know that us luthier dudes are always looking for ways to save money in this craft while also making it easier. And this is definitely something that outdoes the miter box that I have, which is meant for a much bigger saw. Because old Betty here, my dovetail saw is, well, it's nice and it does the trick, but the one that was included with the miter box that I got from the local hardware store was just way too fucking big. Yeah, that's a lot better. So I don't know, guys. I'm gonna have to do some more experiments with this, but I think we're onto something here. And if any of you guys want to know the listing I got this from, shoot me a text or whatever, or message on YouTube. And don't forget, like and subscribe. This product is cool, and I bought it with my own goddamn money, so I'm pretty unbiased about that. So we'll try it out, and we'll see what happens. Alright folks, have a good evening. Drive slow, drink milk. Peace out.